there, friends. Nibs again. Out in the garage doing a little bit of goofing around tonight. Got something a little bit interesting, a little bit different for you guys tonight. It is officially flannel season again. September's hitting with a vengeance here, and it's pretty chilly out today. But what we have here, I've seen a lot of these. I think most of them are Amazon sellers that are doing this deal with people that they'll put money in your PayPal account and you buy products from them. And I really didn't like the looks of those types of deals. I've been approached by several sellers about that, and I told them I wasn't interested in any of that. So, but this product here, the seller contacted me and just said, "Hey, I see your YouTube channel, and I see you do a pretty good job, and we'd like you to review our products." And I've actually seen these. This is from a company called CVlife, and I've actually seen their product for quite a while. And honestly, what I see online is it looks really good, but the low price actually kind of scared me away, to be quite honest. I was like, there's no way something could be a decent quality at that low of a price. But they decided they wanted to have me do a review on it, so we're going to take a look at it. So we'll go ahead and we'll unbox this. So what they said they're going to send me, and we'll see what's in here. But if you go on Amazon on CVlife's page, and I'll put a link down below, linking to their Amazon store. But what they are sending me is just a generic 3-9 by 40 scope, and it comes with 20 millimeter rings or Weaver style rings, Picatinny size rings, and they do have an inexpensive set of 11 millimeter rings that you can buy separately. I think they're like $8 or whatever. But this 3-9 by 40. Let me go ahead and cut that seal there, and let's see what we got inside of here. So there's the brand moniker there. But yeah, so they sent me this for free to review. No, not obligated to send it back or give them a positive review, but if I like what I see, am I expecting Leupold or Zeiss quality? Probably not. Not for $29. That's what this costs on their website. But if it's something I can throw on a 22 or an air gun, it is on their website. It does say it's rated, air gun rated. It doesn't specifically mean that it's Springer rated, but I can only imagine that's what they mean when they say that it is air gun rated. So here is the product right off the bat. It comes with a set of caps. That's really nice. The one end is yellowed. So it is a 3-9. Let's feel how the adjustment feels here. I've had quite a bit of these inexpensive scopes, and more often than not, this adjustment feels really, really gritty in those, and this one is really smooth. It's a little stiff right now, but I imagine that would probably loosen up, or it probably wouldn't even feel that stiff once it's sitting in rings. But it's not gritty at all. It moves nice and smooth. Let me take a look. Okay, has nice duplex crosshairs. The sun is beating on my window over there, so I can't see out the window. Let me see if I can see out this back window. Oh yeah, there we go. So I'm looking out at a tree out my back window here. It's probably 25 yards away, and it is nice and clear. So, all right, I'm gonna make the unboxing part of this shorten that up, but I'm gonna mount this guy on a Springer air rifle, and I'm gonna take this out to the range tomorrow. And before I start the second part of the review, I'm gonna run at least 50 or 100 shots through the gun and see how it holds up, because they did, like I said, they did say this would be air gun rated, and hopefully I'm hoping they mean it's Springer rated. So anyway, stand by for part 2. Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here today doing part 2 of this review for this neat little scope. Actually, I'm not going to give it a A+ yet, but so far I am pretty impressed with the quality of this thing, especially for a scope that costs $29.99 with free shipping. So I've already shot probably about a dozen shots this afternoon before I went ahead and started the video up, just getting me kind of zeroed out there on my target. I'm going to shoot a couple of shots here with you guys, but before I do, I just want to talk a little bit more about this. And if anybody has ever tried, you know it's very difficult to get a good picture through from a phone camera through a scope. And I did my best job, and I think I did a pretty good job. I don't think the pictures do justice for the clarity of this little scope, but I'll put one up here right now. This is on 3x zoom, and it is very clear at 3x. Very clear. 20 yards is very, well, I'm looking at 25 yards right there. And then I'll switch over to, I switched over to 9x zoom, and there's a picture of that right here. And it is a lot better than I was expecting. Let me just put it that way. I can see my bullet impacts without any problem at 25 yards. I can almost read the writing at the bottom of the page on 9x zoom, and it is just like I thought. Once I got it mounted up, this dial does not feel. It felt pretty stiff because it was turning in my hand, but once I got it mounted in some scope rings, it is actually very smooth. The adjustment is very smooth. The clarity is very good. Like I said, I can see my bullet impacts at 25 yards. I've got this mounted on a Walther Force 1000, which is one of my most powerful Springers that I own, and it has some pretty snappy recoil on it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of a torture test. I'm not going to do it while you guys are on camera here, but they said that this scope should be rated for air guns, which I can't imagine why they would say rated for air guns if they didn't mean rated for Springers. Pellets are all going into the bullseye out there at 25 yards, so got some of my little 1.5 inch rimfire targets that you guys always see me use. Yep, it's grouping pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off the camera. I'm going to shoot about 50 or so shots here just to give it a little bit of a torture test, and then I'll bring you back on and we'll finish this thing up. I'll have a camera running out there and we'll run a couple of groups, see if it's still holding the 0. So stand by and I'll be right back. Alrighty friends, I'm back. I did a bunch of shots. I really kind of lost count. but I know I did at least 50 shots. So I probably got between 50 and 60 shots on this scope now, on this Springer pellet rifle. And still seems to be holding zero pretty good, but we'll go ahead and shoot a couple more groups with it while I'm on camera here. I'm going to be using these RWS Gecko Dynamite Noble pellets here. This gun really likes these. This gun would average about a 1-inch group, give or take a little bit, with the other scope that I had on here. So not the best shooter in my arsenal, but not the worst by any stretch either. So we'll go ahead and see what it can do. I have a camera running on a couple of those little 1.5-inch bullseyes down at 25 yards. And let's see if we can throw together a decent little group. Ooh, pulled that one a little high. But we're going for a group, not so much point of impact. These are 7.4 grain pellets with the scope, or this gun with 7 grain Meisterkugels was running just about 1133 average. So this is probably just a little over 1,000 feet. All right. The wind is swirling around here pretty darn good. I don't know if you can hear that in my microphone, so that will affect our group size. But I'm just more looking to see if we get any wild variations in our groups. That would mean that maybe something's starting to go awry with the scope. But as long as we hold it together as good as that is right there, I'll be very happy. All right, not too bad. Like I said, this gun would average about a 1-inch group at 25 yards. With the other scope I had on here was just a fixed 4-power. Pull that one up a little bit too, but still not a bad looking group. All right, yeah, that's a good looking group. Let's do one more at the bullseye just below that one, and then we'll wrap this up. So far, I'm really kind of impressed with this little scope. I've had a bunch of scopes that are, you know, the no names off of eBay, and even the real cheap Tascos and things like that, Simmons, and those things, you can't see nothing through those things past, you know, 10 or 15 yards. And this one is really pretty darn clear. I mean, it's definitely not, you know, an Ertl clear or anything like that. But it'll definitely outperform a, you know, a standard Tasco or a that group's looking a little better. Like I said, the wind's swirling around out here pretty good, so that'll throw these little light pellets around pretty darn good. Ooh, that one pulled down a little low and left. Okay, we got one flyer down a little low and left on that one, but overall I think that was a pretty good group too. So I'll have to say I'm going to give this little guy a thumbs up, and I'm just being objective. Like I said, I've had plenty of the, I guess what you'd call competitors for this little guy. Cheap no names off from eBay, and that cost even more than this, you know, and this is just a decent quality little scope. It seems to really be holding up to rigors of a very powerful Springer. Probably, you know, what do I got now? 60, 70 shots into this thing, and it's still holding the zero pretty good, and very clear. Nothing's fallen out of it yet. So anyway, I would recommend it. Look in my description down below. There'll be a link to where you can buy this exact scope from CVlife, and it will be a link through my associate program. So I will get a little bit of something if you do buy from that link. So I'd recommend and encourage you to do that. But there you go, the CVlife 3-9 by 40. They do have several other scopes. Hopefully they like this review and they'll send me the other ones to check out too. I didn't do that. I didn't do this positive review so they would. Being a Christian man, I would say it was a pile of do if it was a pile of do, but it is really good, and you can see it can shoot. This gun, you've seen me shoot this gun many times on my channel, and that's about as good as it does with any other scope too. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. I hope CVlife likes the video. If you guys do, make sure you hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I do post up new videos. Till next time, have a great day.